move the modem from the system?
You don't. No. Modem is a mostly it is separate device. Earlier days we have a internal modem, external modem. Do you have internet connection at home? Outside internet connection?
No, I'm having a phone and tablet only.
Okay. So any friends or a internet center, please check it from outside. There is a cable, right? This cable is connected to modem. If you are think like a separately, now everything is combined. Okay. For certain things, again, separation is there. Okay. First of all, from outside ISP related cable, either it is a UTP or STP cable or fiber optical cable or telephone cable. The cable is connected to your modem.
So nowadays, whatever Wi-Fi router we are getting, it the modem is inside of it.
Yes, it is integrated into that one only. I will show you that. There is a picture on my screen. This is also good picture. This is a networking related good picture it is. But it is not my picture. Yeah, this is the picture. This is one Nokia modem. Okay, for like a Airtel type of connectivity. Geo modems also there. So can you see this is the fiber optical cable connected like this. So this is the unit to understand the fiber optical communication conversion and all. This is the LAN part. This is telephone cable from here. This is separate telephone cable. This is power connection. Not from outside to inside. It is telephone part will be like you have any separate telephone. You can connect it to telephone from here. Okay, so this is the from outside WAN cable type, and it went. So this unit entirely inside having a both WAN connectivity and LAN connectivity, Wi-Fi connectivity. Okay. For example, you TP link this model, for example, configuration. So you can try any configuration videos. You will understand what is the WAN configuration, LAN configuration, Wi-Fi configuration, how to connect your device to Wi-Fi. Like that, you will get it. I am going to images. So this is their interfaces. Okay, LAN interface, WAN interface. Now, backside, can you see WAN interface? This is a LAN port, and we have antenna means to distribute in network, connecting network for a wireless devices. Wired devices they will connected to these yellows like a LAN, and this is WAN to connect outside. And there is LED status, so then we can understand based on this LED status the router is on, router is Wi-Fi is on, okay, internet is there or not, okay, LAN connection is there or not, we can understand. This is quick setup kind of stuff. The first one is ISP related connection. So ISP, how you can able to connect ISP to your connectivity. It is can be a PPPoE, L2TP, PPTP, or a static IP, dynamic IP kind of connectivity. Depends upon your broadband. Okay. So here they selected dynamic IP, but usually PPPoE. If you are using ACT internet, PPPoE. This is when to upgrade network wireless settings. You have to go to wireless part. Then you have to give your wireless username and password in a wireless settings. Those only pictures are there. So you can go to manuals of any device. This is for wireless connectivity, wireless settings. Okay. Versions, encryption methods, AES, auto encryption, WPA to PSK is a security things. So encryption is a very strong encryption. Yeah, that is enough. Yeah, I told I will go through this OSI layer first, right? Okay, so compulsory try once any video or anything for a okay, guys. So yeah, OSI layers. Okay, compulsory go to any router configuration kind of stuff. I'll give you as a overview only. So in-depth explanation I don't do now. Okay. So again, we have a chance to explain each and everything. We'll do it. Okay, sorry, call. Okay, guys. Open system interconnect. OSI means open system interconnect. It is a reference model. OSI is a reference model. Means you don't use it. We will only understand or a troubleshoot or a create. For personally, we use OSI layer. Okay, understanding different models, understanding network to create a new network connection. So we use OSI layer. It is having 7 layers. This OSI layer standardized by ISO, which is International Organization for Standardization. IEEE is also involved in this one. They given one standard called 802, which is Ethernet standard. Okay, 802.3 represent your Ethernet standard. Ethernet, fast Ethernet, gigabit Ethernet comes under 802.3. 802.11 comes under your wireless network. 802.11a, B, 802.11a, 11b, 11c, 11z, 11d, 11n. These are all different Wi-Fi 11s are there. Okay, so this is a request for comment not required. So many sentences are happening. Okay, guys, open system interconnect. This OSI layer having 7 layers. These layers either you can remember from top to bottom or bottom to top. These layers you can either by heart or remember or whatever you do it. All 7 layers are important. Okay, so the layers can be from top to bottom. It means application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer, or physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. So 7 to 1 or a 1 to 7, you can remember. This is the first layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer, sixth layer, seventh layer. Okay, some textbooks contain first is physical, last is application. In certain textbooks, application layer is first, last layer is physical layer. Both are correct, guys. But only thing is do not interchange layers. The first 3 layers called upper layers are software layers. Bottom 3 layers is called hardware layers. The fourth layer is transport layer. Okay, so it is end-to-end connectivity out of OSI layer. The physical layer is example we are already seen. That's why I'm telling again. Physical layer example is hub. Data link layer example is switch. Network layer example is router. So these are the 7 layers in the OSI model. Each layer having certain roles and responsibilities are there. Actually, there is a main part of this one is about a protocols and port numbers. Okay, separately I will tell that protocols and port numbers because I want to just give one good quick point in the OSI layer. But protocols and port numbers is also part of your application layer only. Okay, so meanwhile also that is also we'll discuss, but we need put a more little time on things. Okay, guys, application layer to understand application layer, it is a client side and server side application. Their protocols and port numbers comes under this application layer. For example, I want to open a website. I open a website. Where I open a website? Web browser. Who is giving this information? Web server. So server side, there is a web server application. Client side, there is a web client application. Okay, yeah. You know, I done a ping and trace RT commands from command prompt. So it is my client side application. Okay, this is my WhatsApp client application. WhatsApp client application. This is Putty. If I have a remote server, I want to connect with the SSH protocol or a Telnet protocol. So I use a Putty as an application, client side. Server side, SSH server, SSH client is there. Okay, so like this, application layer is dealing with application, server application, client application, and protocols and their port numbers. Next layer is presentation layer, guys. Most of the people are new people to the networking. You may not remember this thing. Okay, in a first time, remember or understanding. You have to practice 2-3 times. Maybe now or later. I'm not taking. Okay, so just at least names we'll try. Okay, next layer is presentation layer. What presentation will they do it? So you open a browser and you type something, or maybe you are receiving data or you are uploading data. So whatever it is you do, it application layer, but that data will be encoded or a decoded data. Means when you are sending, you encode the data and send. When you're receiving it, when you're receiving a data, you decode it. Okay, what is encoding decoding? If you are having a data, your data can be in a different format: HTML format, text format, pictures format, music format, whatever it is, it will be converted into ASCII format only. This ASCII formatted data will be compressed. Okay, when we are sending, we compress the data and send. When we are receiving, we decompress the data and take it. Next, certain protocols are encrypted based protocols, some are not. So what sir it is? So data will be encrypted. Okay, while you are sending, you encrypt the data and send. When you are receiving a data, we decrypt the data and we'll see the data. Okay, your WhatsApp is end-to-end encryption is there now. WhatsApp end-to-end encryption means, so while you are sending a data at your place, data is visible normally, but while you are sending and receiving a data, it is encrypted. Next layer is session layer, guys. Session layer is a very important layer, but the lines are very smaller. Okay, so session layer is a very important. Okay, session layer. How to tell session layer? It will create a session when you are sending a when you are sending or receiving. Okay, when you are sending, you create a session, add a session ID to your data. So what will happen? So yeah, you send a request, like you open a page. This request go to the w3schools.com server. w3schools.com is replying with this page. Now you received a page. Your session is completed. So while you're sending a request and you received a response, once you received a response means, so once you are completely received a response, session will be terminated. Okay, till that time it will maintain the session. For example, you download a data from internet. So downloaded is started and completed. 100% download completed. Session is completed. Okay. So even the weakest internet, but still internet is there. Network is there. Internet is there, but little weak. Download is very slow, but still it maintains a session. Session will be maintained. Once download is completed, session will be completed. In case internet got interrupted, so it is disconnected for a certain time, like maybe a minute or 2 minutes. So what will happen? Internet is disconnected, so your session will be terminated in middle, so you cannot continue download. Okay, and also I will tell one more point. Okay, so that is, guys, when you are doing any transactions, right? So you are filling an application or maybe IRCTC or maybe Flipkart, Amazon, you purchase things, right? You put your card or anything. So in purchasing order, okay? So last minute it will shows, yes, it is round is there, wait, it will shows, wait till transaction completed. Do not refresh or press the back button. So what happen if you refresh, the session ID will be changes. So obviously we don't know whether what happened to our transaction. We don't know what happened to our transaction. Either it is successful or a failure. But still, you won't get the any kind of stuff. For example, you are booking something. You're buying something. Your transaction, while last transaction is taking time, you just refreshed it. So transaction is successful. Money went there, money cut, money transaction is successful. But you cannot see the ticket booked or kind of stuff. Okay. So that is the importance of session layer, compulsory maintain connectivity, and that's it. Okay. When you are
Hello,
looking,
sir.
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, we remember that in college we studied this session layer. So, sir, what's the difference between session ID and timestamp? I don't remember. I didn't study it well.
No problem. Timestamp or a time to live.
Timestamp.
Uh, so we are already out of time. Timestamp. Okay. We'll see that one later. Okay. Sorry. So transport layer provide a end-to-end connectivity. Okay. So all from up to the data, guys. What are the data in the application layer is called data only or PDU. Each what are the data in the layer? What are the format of data? What is the kind of data in the layers? We call it as a PDU, but and also these PDUs are called as a data in this presentation, application presentation session layers. So one it is done or adding whatever it is, the data in the layer we call it as a PDU. Okay, remember that word, PDU, packet data unit. What is this transport layer will do? It segment the data, it chop the data into small pieces, and it add a numbering and sequencing on it. What is the use of that chopping data? We'll see. You have a big data and we are cut the data into small pieces. We'll send one pieces by piece. We'll send it. Finally, we'll send this piece by piece to destination. At destination, we'll collect all the pieces, arrange it properly. Arrange it properly. If in case any piece of data is missing, so source will send that piece of data again, so that will be added to our order. So sequence numbering, and because of numbering and sequence, the data arranged again normally. So this is called segmenting, numbering, and sequencing, which is we put it in order. Okay, guys, sometimes certain packets will not be able to receive the destination. Okay, so sources will send that packets again. So then your packet will be recreated back. So that is called error correction. So that's just a simple I want to tell, guys, not a deep explanation, less of the time. Multiplexing and demultiplexing of protocols into TCP UDP type. Guys, there is a protocols which we are not discussed yet, but later we will discuss anyway. Okay, so what is these protocols? When you are communicating, like you want to communicate, you want web access, HTTP, HTTPS. You want to upload or download a file, FTP protocol. Okay, so different protocols we use at a communication. There is a certain protocols are TCP type protocol, certain protocols are UDP type protocol. Okay, TCP type protocols and certain protocols are UDP type protocol. So what is this use of this TCP and UDP protocols? Okay, what is TCP? Transmission Control Protocol. UDP, user datagram protocol. TCP type protocols are a acknowledgement based protocol. UDP type protocols are non-acknowledgement based protocols. Okay, what is this acknowledgement based protocol means? The TCP type protocols like HTTP, FTP, SMTP protocols are whenever they send a packet to destination, so destination will send an acknowledgement to the source again. It meaning is source knows destination received a packet. Whereas in a UDP, source send a packet to destination, destination does not tell anything to source. So source does not know whether destinations received a packet or not. So that's why UDP protocol is called as a non-reliable protocol, connectionless. TCP protocol is a reliable protocol and it is a connection oriented protocol. There's no confusion in it, guys. Actually, TCP means transmission control protocol. UDP means user datagram protocol. Different type of protocols we use in a communication in the network. In that one, some protocols are TCP type protocols, some are UDP type protocols. TCP type protocols is acknowledgement based protocols. Meaning is the source knows destination received a packet. UDP protocols are non-acknowledgement based. Source don't know destination received a packet or not. If in a TCP type, source don't receive an acknowledgement from the destination, meaning is destination is not received a packet. Source will send a packet again. So because of that, it is called as a reliable, and UDP source does not know whether destination received a packet or not. So it is a non-reliable packet. Guys, connection oriented and connectionless. Connection oriented and connectionless is a terminology, not a wired or wireless kind of stuff. Some people think connection oriented and connectionless means it is a wired communication. No. Connection oriented means two-way communication is there. Okay, source to destination, destination to source. That's why it is connection oriented. Here it is source to destination, but destination to source, no communication. Means in the terms of acknowledgement is not there. So that's it is connectionless. And your transport layer also do flow control. Of course, again transport layer do segmenting, numbering, sequencing, error correction, and also multiplexing, demultiplexing of TCP UDP protocols. Okay, and flow control is there. Guys, data in any layer, we call it as a PDU, packet data unit. So your TCP IP header is added a TCP header will added to our data from session layer. So that is called a segment. What is this TCP header contains? Segmenting, numbering, protocols, okay, that kind of stuff. The segment is sent to the network layer. Yeah, Kiran, tell me. Kiran said he got a question, but okay. So meanwhile, he will type. I will explain the third one, that is called a network layer, guys. Network layer is dealing with the routed protocols and routing protocol. Which is fastest? UDP is the fastest as compared to TCP in the terms of acknowledgement wise, because source no need to wait for an acknowledgement from the destination in the UDP protocol. Okay, that is the traditionally we are telling. That's it. Okay, that waiting period is there. Very good. So UDP is faster than TCP because of UDP no need to wait for acknowledgement from the destination because of destination. Okay, so source will send a packet to destination, whether destination received or not, it does not mind. It will keep sending packets. Okay, so that's how it is. So network layer, guys, routed protocols, routing protocols. Routed protocols are usually your logical addressing like IP addresses, IPX, SPX kind of stuff. Routing protocols means routing protocols will tell how to reach the destination. So this your network layer will dealing with your routed and routing protocols means IP addresses and routing protocols. Your segment, which is came from the transport layer, this network header will be added. What is this network header? In general, it is source IP address and destination IP address. So this is your network header plus segment is called a packet. The originally we use so many times packet. Originally that is not a packet, it is only packet data units only. But here original packet means your data plus your source IP address, destination IP address and segment is equal to a packet. Okay. So here this is the actually packet. This packet is sent to DataLink layer. What is a packet contains source IP address, destination IP address and your segment. So this is the second one. So one more layer is there. Okay. So here it is. This is a data link layer. This is a data link layer. So data link layer having two more layers. One is LLC logical link control. Another one is a MAC layer media access control. So what is a data link layer? Sorry, what is a LLC logical link control? Actually dealing with the WAN protocols. Whenever you are having a router or the devices we are connecting to WAN, we need a WAN protocol wise we are connecting, not just a wire and connect won't work. Okay, we need to configure WAN protocol between the devices to connect in the WAN. PPP, SDLC, frame relay, MPLS are the WAN protocols we are using for our internet and WAN connectivity. So I showed PPP OE means point to point or Ethernet. So PPP is actually WAN protocol, works for a point to point means a serial connectivity purpose. But when you are connecting this PPP WAN protocol over Ethernet type means local LAN connectivity type, PPP OE is useful. So PPP OE means point to point or Ethernet. It means you have a WAN connectivity, internet connectivity through you are distributing WAN connectivity to a LAN through LAN connectivity. Okay, like that. So don't worry. So data link layer, LLC and MAC layer. So LLC link logical link control, which dealing with the WAN protocols. In data link layer, another one is media access control, MAC layer. So this is MAC addresses dealing here. So MAC address is 48-bit. It represented in 12 hexadecimal. MAC address is also called as a physical address. This packet is came from the network layer, is added with the data header and data tail. The data header is nothing but a source MAC address plus destination MAC address plus packet plus CRC is equal to frame. Okay, source MAC address, destination MAC address, packet plus CRC called a frame. Okay, CRC cyclic redundancy check. What is this CRC cyclic redundancy check, guys? It is an algorithm to check your data whether data is good or corrupted. Okay, even if you use a compression techniques like a WinRAR files or .rar files, so they use a CRC technique to make sure that data is safe. Okay, you can repair the data if in case any data corruption is occur if you have a CRC value in it. Again, CRC is a kind of algorithm used to check the data is good or it is corrupted. And plus in a header, source MAC address, destination MAC address is added to packet. So totally it is frame is sent to the physical layer. Guys, one packet means what are we are calling as a packet, okay, that contains source MAC address, destination MAC address, source IP address, and destination IP address also. Okay, the last layer is physical layer. The last layer is anyway physical layer. The physical layer will provide a physical connectivity. Physical layer provide a physical connectivity, right? So this frame is sent to the physical layer. The frame is converted into bit stream, means binary stream kind of. Again, based on your physical connectivity, it converts into different signals. So for example, you are using Ethernet, then it is an electrical signal. If you are using Wi-Fi connectivity, then it is a radio signal. If you are using a fiber channel, it is a light wave signal. So these are the 7 layers, guys. Application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. Okay, so don't worry. So I will reduce this size. What is this? I will explain in simple way. So why up and down everything is correct point. Guys, this is my source machine PCA. This is my destination machine PCB. I want to send something and I will receive it. For example, ping command, or maybe I've opened a web browser. I've opened something, any communication, right? So application layer through some application layer, right? Some application, client side application. It can be a CMD or it can be a web browser. It can be a FileZilla kind of application. Okay, this is a FileZilla application for upload and download files using FTP protocol. Okay, mail, Outlook is a mail clienting device. Outlook is a mail client device. So you can send and receive mails. Okay, so while you are sending, you are using an application and a protocol to send it. Protocol will understand, through protocol only we can understand what is your request or requirement and what is the way of communication it is. So the packet sent to the PDU is sent to the presentation layer. So presentation layer encode the data, decode the data. Sorry, data will be encoded and data is compressed. Data is encrypted at a presentation layer. At session layer, it will create a session ID. Okay, so we don't go depth of it. Okay. Next one is transport layer. What are the data we receive to the transport layer? It segment the data into segment data means it will cut into the pieces. Okay, so the each piece will be added with a separate segment. Will create like segmenting, numbering, sequencing, TCP. All these things will be added to the piece. Network layer add their PCA as a source IP address, PCBs as a destination IP address to the our segment. So then it is become a packet. Okay. The next one is network layer. Yeah, done, right? So then data link layer is added a source MAC address, destination MAC address plus CRC. Then it is created a frame. Okay, this frame is sent to the this frame is sent to the physical layer. The physical layer convert this into the bit stream and based on your electrical based on your connectivity it will send. I am taking Ethernet here. I'm taking an example as Ethernet here. So we can see it is Ethernet means electrical signal that is passes. And my destination received a signal to my physical layer means the physical connectivity. So it extracts this, it converts this electrical signal into bit stream into frame. So the frame is sent to the data link layer. The data link layer check the frame and use the CRC to check whether data is good or corrupted. Okay. In data link layer, understand the from frame. It got the ACE MAC address. Look at guys, one more protocol. Okay. So when you are receiving a packet, when we received general word packet. Okay, general word. Okay, when we received a packet, the packet contains source MAC address, destination MAC address, the source IP address. Of course, remaining details are there, but I want only these details. Okay, destination IP address, source MAC address, destination IP address, source MAC address, destination MAC address is there. So in our case, earlier case, example, PCB received okay. So what PCB do, so it will verify source MAC address, destination MAC address. Is this destination MAC address belongs to me, then it will accept, otherwise it is drop. So in some 10 cases, it will passes to next also. So data link layer checks source MAC address, destination MAC address. With using CRC, it check data is good or corrupted. And it extract the packet sent to the network layer. The network layer check the source IP and destination IP. And once it is removed, then we got a segment. The segment is sent to the transport layer. With the segment contains all the sequence number, numbering and all. The transport layer finally collect all the data, means all pieces of data together in the transport layer, rearrange the data again in the transport layer. Once data is arranged, then it check all the TCP, UDP, okay, all kind of stuff. Okay, then it will give it to session layer. Session layer take the session ID. Now again go to the presentation layer. So data is encrypted, right? Now it is decrypted. Data is compressed, now it is decompressed. The encode data is decoded at a presentation layer. Once data is completely extracted, means completely decoded, so it will give it to the application layer. At PCB application layer, understand what is the user request, what is their protocol, what is their request. It respond or reply according to it. Again, cycle begins from B to A, means from PCB, application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, physical layer. In PCA, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, transport layer, session layer, presentation layer, and application layer. Okay, so guys, in the network compulsory, it is all the things. Okay. I hope you understand at least some names. I'm adding some point here, guys, so don't worry. So when we received a packet contains this one. PCB received a packet contains PCA's MAC and IP address. So PCB maps PCA's address to is MAC address. Okay, so PCA's PCB maps PCA's MAC address. So PCA's IP address to MAC address. Mapping means, for example, my PCA MAC address is, for example, PCA MAC address is A1 and IP address is, for example, 10.0.0.11, for example. So it maps like this: 10.0.0.0.11 belongs to A1. Okay, so this is called a ARP, means address resolution protocol. Address resolution protocol. Okay, so this is ARP table. So how you know this ARP table? ARP space -A. ARP space -A. If you type like this, so you will know what is the ARP table. I will show you ARP table in both the ways, guys. Just to look at, and maybe so what happened. ARP space -A. It shows the different interface and their IP addresses. Okay, based on their incoming and outgoing packets. Okay, this is the IP address and this is the MAC address of that device. What is the use? Next time when you are communicating, so you need to know the destination MAC address. If you know the destination IP address, based on this, you will know, like while you are replying, you should know the destination MAC address, but you don't know the destination MAC address. Using this ARP table, you know it. And also it is used for a security purpose, guys. In certain security places, what they will do, they will bind statically. They will bind statically. This is dynamically learning. I told that is dynamically learning. Static means you can bind IP address and MAC address statically. So what will happen? You can put a condition. IP and MAC address matches, accept the packet. IP address and MAC address matches, then only accept the packet. So anyone is trying to manipulate your network, so then are sending some random IP. So obviously we can able to protect ourselves. So I said no, it is only for security precautions. How to enter? Add statically. IP address, MAC address, yes, static entry. So this is ARP. One more command, address resolution protocol. Okay. And ping, trace RT, ARP. Today we learn 3 main commands. Already you know get MAC, ipconfig space /all. Guys, we know everything. We learn, we know everything. Only thing is we will forget, means we don't know whether we know or don't know. Okay, it is like that. So better keep reading, keep checking, take it a question and try to give an answer. So try to think, then you will know, you know it. Okay, so it is a 6:40. Very good. Thank you guys, thank you for staying.